Hi everyone, for today's video I'm going to be doing a drugstore no makeup look. A few of you guys had requested this video from me and I filmed a no makeup look last summer that did very well, if I do say so myself. But I had seen a few of you guys ask specifically for a drugstore version of that video, which I totally understand. And I recently picked up products from Target that I felt would be really good for a no makeup look. So because I am oily and because I won't be using powder in this video, I am going to go in with the Neutrogena Matte Primer Plus Serum. I like the fact that this is a serum because it's really lightweight on the skin. I find that other mattifying primers end up feeling really thick on the skin, very silicone-y, but this is really nice. I do notice that there is a little bit of grittiness to it. I think because it's made with rice powder. I feel like that's what I'm feeling whenever I use this product, but I haven't noticed any like pilling or bunching, and any of the grittiness that I feel definitely goes away after the product has been soaked into my skin. The next product I'm going to be using is the Neutrogena Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. I love this product. I think that this is probably the best tinted moisturizer that I have tried from the drugstore. I am so in love with it. It is SPF 30. I also use the shade Sheer Tan. I'm just going to dot this all over my skin. I feel like this shade match is perfect for me. It does smell a little bit like sunscreen, but it doesn't have any other fragrance to it as far as I can tell. And I am going to go in with my sponge and press it into my skin. The sponge is just going to absorb any additional product, so there's nothing extra sitting on top of my skin. I do find that with this tinted moisturizer, I can apply it with a brush and get a little bit more coverage, but since this is a no makeup look, I am using a sponge with it so I can sheer out the tinted moisturizer even more. The next product is also from Neutrogena, but this is the last Neutrogena product that I'm using in today's video. I just knew that I had been asked to do the no makeup look but a drugstore version a few times, and when I got my hands on these products and started using them, I knew that these products would be perfect for something like this. So I am using the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer, and this is in the shade Hazelnut Medium 1. If you didn't watch my last no makeup look, you will know that I only applied my concealer, my under eye concealer, on the edge of my eye, or the outer corner of my eye, instead of taking the product right in that inner corner. And the reason why I did that, one, is because I do get most of my under eye creasing right in that area. So limiting the amount of product that actually gets in that area is going to be best for a no makeup look, so your makeup can look completely undetectable. And another reason why I do that is because I honestly do like a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes. I think it's actually quite attractive, and because it's a no makeup look, you do want to look a little bit more natural. A no makeup look is just meant to really enhance your natural features, and I think by applying the concealer on the outer part of your eye, it does a good job lifting up the eye area, still brightening it up a little bit, but still leaves a little bit of that darkness, making the look more natural. So I'm just going to blend that out with my sponge, of course. And it really does do a good job at lifting up the eye. Once I get that part blended out the most, I will take my sponge a little bit in that inner corner and then a little bit down. But for the most part, that's it. I'm leaving most of the inner corner completely blank. For the rest of my skin, I'm actually going to take my concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to pick up little by little with my sponge so I can apply the smallest amount possible to the rest of my skin, because I don't want to cover up too much, but especially like around my nose, I do have a little bit of redness there and some veins. I also want to hit my upper lip a little bit because I am growing back my mustache, hitting the chin because I do have some redness there. And then just keep going back, making sure that you blend out everything really nicely. You don't want anything to be too detectable. And then my forehead is much darker than the rest of my skin now, so I am just going in, pressing a little bit of the concealer on my forehead to even everything out. I'm going to work on my eyebrows next. My eyebrows have the most thinning at the tail, so I'm taking my NYX Micro Brow Pencil and I'm lightly adding a little bit of color in them just to thicken up that tail a tiny bit, but I'm really not doing anything else. And I'm also going to leave the front portion of my brows. I think I'm going to add like a little bit right here just because I have like a small little bit of baldness, but going back in and brushing it through so that it can look as natural as possible. And then that's it. I do find that adding like a little bit of definition right on the underneath, right in the front, does make your brows appear a little bit more like crisp and freshly done in a way. And then I am going to be taking my e.l.f. Wow Brow and setting my brows with this product. I think that this brow gel adds a really nice tint. I like that it has little fibers in it because it will thicken up the brow a little bit. And it also has a really nice hold. The next step I'm going to be doing is using my Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer, my favorite cream bronzer of all time. It's so good. I also use the shade Mocha, and I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. don't really remember what this brush is called, Airbrush Precision Brush, I think, and I'm going to get the product directly on my brush. I actually usually apply it straight from the tube, but because this is a no makeup look, I'm trying to be as thoughtful with my products as possible and only applying what I need. So I'm going to press whatever product is on my brush onto my skin. I'm not going to go back for any additional product. What is on my brush is what is on my brush. Make sure to definitely hit the nose as well, because you don't want, you know, the outside perimeter of your face to be, you know, a little bit bronzed up, and then have your nose just be sitting there just looking white. So make sure you definitely evenly distribute the product. Always make sure to hit your forehead too, because the sun naturally hits your forehead first. So having your forehead be a little bit more bronzed up is going to give you a really natural look, natural sun-kissed look. That's that. Just adds a little bit of warmth to the skin, also a tiny bit of definition, but nothing too crazy. It's not gonna change up your face too much. Honestly, you could stop here, add a little bit of gloss, and then dip. But because I am a blush girl, I am going to add a little bit of blush. This is the Milani Cheek Kiss Liquid Blush in the shade Nude Flush. So it's a nudie color. I'm going to focus the blush more on the top part of the cheek. I find that when you bring the blush a little bit more down, it's not quite as flattering or natural looking. Plus, if you are gonna go with blush, you wanna put it a little bit more on the top part of your cheek, because that's also, you know, the first spot the sun will hit. It's okay to give off the illusion that you got a little bit of redness from the sun. Like, yeah, I applied my sunscreen, but I forgot to reapply kind of thing. And then a little bit across the nose, a little bit on the tip of the nose, because a lot of us do have a little bit of redness at the tip of the nose. And then I'm actually going to take my brush that I use for the bronzer and just go over everything, make sure it looks blended. The Milani blush gives the like smallest amount of color, but it still looks really natural. For my lips, I'm going in with my NYX Dazed and Diffused lip liner, and this is in the shade Girls Trip. I am just going to be lining my lips in a way that fills in any parts of my lips that are a little uneven. So just a little bit here, and then a little here. Just fill it in, and a little right here. I don't know why I have so much redness right here on my chin, but I am actually going to take a little bit of concealer and get that. I'm going to add the tiniest little bit of lip gloss. This is the Revlon Super Lustrous The Gloss, and it's in the clear kind, crystal clear. I'm going to add a little bit. I'm also going to take my brush that I use for my bronzer, and whatever is left over on my brush, I am taking that through my eye socket I feel like this is a really natural way of adding a little bit of color and definition to the eyes, obviously without adding any sort of eyeshadow. And then this is totally optional, but I'm also adding a little bit of the lip gloss to my eyes. And then taking my finger and like blending that out. Because eyelids naturally get oily. And you just want to look like, you know, you're just natural. You're like just naturally glowing. I am going to curl my lashes. I'm not going to add any mascara to them. I've pulled you in a bit closer so that you can see my skin. My skin is by no means perfect at the end of this look, but perfection is not what we were going for. We just want to accentuate our natural features, look like our skin is healthy, look like we kind of naturally just look like this. If you're thinking I don't look all that different after this tutorial, that's the point. I wasn't really trying to look different, just accentuate my natural features, add a little bit more definition to my brows, add a little bit more evenness to my skin, add a little bit of bronze and color, but not too much color, and make my lips appear a little bit more even, a little bit more lush. But I absolutely was not looking to change up my features. I was just looking to enhance them. This look would be perfect for someone that's maybe getting headshots taken for modeling or acting, or even if you're gonna be at the beach or something and you wanna get some beach pics. I totally understand wearing makeup to the beach, because sometimes when you're getting pictures, the camera does not pick up your eyebrows or, you know, your lips or something unless you have product in them. So I totally get it. I totally get wearing makeup to the beach. I get it. But that is going to be it for me today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you guys want to see next time. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I see you next time.